As we bid farewell to 2024, we pause to reflect on a year that unfolded with a blend of joy, sorrow, triumph, and trials. Together, we navigated the highs and lows that defined this remarkable year, sharing moments that brought laughter, tears, and a sense of connection. 2024 was a year of contrast headlines that captured both the extraordinary and the challenging. We witnessed moments of pure brilliance, like NASA's Artemis 3 mission, landing the first woman and person of color on the moon, a monumental achievement that inspired generations. In sports, the Kansas City Chiefs' Super Bowl victory was celebrated with enthusiasm, while Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's public appearances brought a dose of pop culture magic. But alongside these moments of celebration, there were shadows. The devastation wrought by Hurricane Helene on the East Coast left communities reeling, reminding us of nature's power and the resilience required to rebuild. California faced its most destructive wildfire season in decades, as flames consumed landscapes and tested the spirit of those affected. Politically, the nation grappled with heightened tensions, highlighted by an assassination attempt on Donald Trump that deepened existing divides. A missing window and portion of a sidewall of an Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 suffered depressurization soon after departing Portland, Oregon, on January 5, 2024. The Bookstavers ventured further south, and Rob and T bought a new home in Summerville. Donald Trump and President Biden go head-to-head in a pivotal CNN election debate on June 27. Biden's faltering performance set off alarm bells in the Democratic camp, leading to calls for him to end his run. Soon a new and permanent guest arrived, and unfortunately, a serious accident led to months of rehabilitation. In Baltimore, the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed after the container ship Dali struck one of its piers. The Summer Olympics headed to Paris. New ventures came to be for Rob and T in Somerville, an ice cream truck. New content for Auctions for You began with a great community, and some traditions still carried on as well. It turns out that 2024 was a big year for auroras. NASA says that solar storms back in May produced strong ones, perhaps the strongest in centuries. And speaking of NASA, Elon Musk and his SpaceX team came to the rescue. Some awesome finds by Rob and T lead to some great eBay listings. Unfortunately, sickness got the best of Rob and landed him in the hospital 3 times between October and Christmas. During this time, some unexpected guests arrived. Brian, Nicole, and baby Mason. They paid a very surprising visit and made everyone feel better for sure. And even though Emmett, Chris, and Jess couldn't be here, they definitely helped heal Rob with daily video calls. Look at all the moving and grooving going on now. Even Elon and Don are getting into it. Of course, they all had reason to celebrate as they secured their 2024 election win against Kamala Harris. Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the murder of United Health Group executive Brian Thompson, arrives in NYC after being extradited from Pennsylvania on December 19, 2024. Multiple unknown drones photographed in Toms River, New Jersey on December 8, 2024. The state experienced a surge in mysterious drone sightings across its skies. We also saw many losses in 2024, including me.
It started out as a purchase for one business and became for us another new business. We had a blast. Thank you for the great designs, Pam FHF. coupons, flyers to promote. Here are some favorite bestsellers our awesome customers love to enjoy. Thank you, Junebug, for all the supportive materials and your belief in us. Here is some of the neighborhoods we covered. Thank you all for the fun. But now it's time to say goodbye to this venture, and we'll see you on the next one. Good luck to the new owners. It has been good to us.
And hello. Happy New Year, friends. Welcome in. So a little taste of what has been going on in our lives. Well, some of what's been going on in our lives. Happy New Year to everybody. First off, I hope everybody's well. I'm in the closet. No, I'm in the new living room. I don't know where I am. Anyway, this is where I am right now. Brenda, hello, sweetheart. Lucinda, hello. Gayleen, welcome in. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys didn't catch some of those videos I threw out there, it's been a couple of crazy weeks, and I'm sorry that I have not been live. I'm sorry that I have been out of touch. I will catch you guys up. I hope everyone here is doing well. Hi, Doris, sweetheart. How are you? I hope you're well. Good to see you. So I don't even know what videos I've released, what videos I've put out there. I honestly recorded a bunch of videos. I don't even think I put out there. And now the news is so old that I don't even know if I'll put them out there. But I am going to try to get back and do some recorded content this year. It is my goal. It is my plan. That being said, it has been a very painstakingly trying couple of weeks. So that being said, for those of you that don't know, Rob landed in the hospital, like I put in that video, for the third time in December. December 12th, 14th, somewhere thereabouts. I don't remember the exact date. Due to additional weight gain, not the 40 pounds he had gained before, about 20-something pounds, but it was enough for them. Hi, Anne-Marie. How are you, sweetheart? Welcome in. It was enough for them to hospitalize him, which they did for an additional, I guess, 2 weeks, whatever it was. So another round of heart failure and heart transplant doctors, had some more evaluations. They proceeded to change his dobutamine, which for those of you that don't know, when he had come home from the hospital the first time, good to hear, Emery, he came home with some IV infusions called dobutamine, which helps the heart pump, helps the heart go. The problem with that is it does cause arrhythmias, which a few weeks later he landed in the hospital because he got shocked with his defibrillator pacemaker. So they hemmed and hawed over that on the last visit and decided to change that to a drug called Milnerone, or Millie as they call it for short. If my Robin nurse buddy is in the chat, she'll understand this. So that's the drug they decided to do. He, like I said, did see some new doctors this last time, and they were wondering what was going on, and they kind of questioned the transplant and the whole thing. And I'll just cut right to the chase. The long and short of it is they denied him a heart transplant. So that being said, they basically, and what happens when you're in the hospital is, like, you're admitted by the, what do they call them? I forgot, honestly, it's something with an A, the attending, right? The attending cardiologist for heart failure, because that's why he's in end stage heart failure. So that being said, that doctor who admitted him, Dr. Craig, who was wonderful, I'm going to put their names out there because I love them all. Regardless of the decision, and I can't even blame the cardiac doctors, it's really the anesthesiologist and the actual surgeons at the end of the day. And I'll get into all that and what their reasoning behind that is and what truly is on the horizon for us at this point. So Rob also has COPD. So at the end of the day, the biggest failure that he had with all of these tests were the lung function tests. Now, radiologically looking at the scans and looking at the films, the pulmonologist and such really think his lungs are unremarkable. The problem is that he's failing these tests, and that doesn't look good for the fact that he may not escape from a ventilator. And they have to protect themselves, and I get it. They don't want to, and this sounds terrible, waste a heart on somebody and then kill him because he can't get off a vent, or if he has to live on a vent, he won't have a quality of life. And I get that. So that was one of their concerns. Now, the second concern that kind of came up in this last visit is his kidneys. And his kidneys are not doing well. This is not uncommon with all the diuretics, with all the medications, with all of these. I used to joke about this, and I mean, I still do, but it's so truthful because it's never the disease that kills the patient. It's the cure or the medications that they put you on to keep you safe and keep you out of harm's way. So, of course, that being said, at the end of the day, they are not going to do the transplant. They did make some suggestions to us after we kind of felt them out. I mean, literally, the one attending cardiologist that was somebody who we had for really the whole entire week we were there. We started with Dr. Craig, the attending that was on for a couple of last days when he got admitted. And then for a full week, we had Dr. Silverman, awesome heart failure cardiologist. And then the last couple of days, and his name escapes me, and I apologize also. And Dr. Silverman literally came in the room and he said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to, because I felt that Dr. Rao, my husband's current cardiologist, kind of led us down a little bit of a more than hopeful path when he called to tell us the news, because they truly knew this news before Rob saw the hospital. And they even revisited it again when he got in the hospital again, because these doctors pushed for it. But Dr. Silverman basically said, they're not a tremendous hospital where they can even, and I know, and this again is going to sound sad and crazy. Thank you, Lucinda. This is going to sound sad and crazy, but at the end of the day, it is a business. It's about stats. It's about prestige. And I don't slight them for that, because this is just the way that the system works. They only do, I didn't really do my full research, but I think they only did in 2023 about less than 100 heart transplants. I think 300 and something overall in their lifetime of full heart transplants, right? Top hospital, very top hospital. But at the end of the day, there are some other top hospitals, two of which they kind of put in our ear and kind of said that they would help facilitate with us if that's what we decided to do. So basically they gave him a year. That's what it comes down to. Best case scenario, he can live on the Milnerone. That's the other problem. He's walking around with an IV drip. Can't go far. It's not like, I got my nephew's wedding coming up in May. It's not probably like we can do that and things like that. We'll see. There's a lot of things still up in the air. There's a lot of questions that still. Hi, Sue, honey. Good evening, hon. How are you? So, that being said, a year is the best, I guess, their best estimate. Nobody knows when you're going to go, right? It could happen 3 months from now. It could happen 18 months from now. But that's basically the kind of the window that they give him. And the sad part is he doesn't look like that, and he certainly doesn't act like that. And everybody says, well, he's a young 68-year-old, soon to be 69. And that's the other problem. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking because at age 70, they don't do transplants anymore. So, that's another thing that we knew was under scrutiny, was his age. So, Dr. Silverman literally, when I say he was very emotional about this, because I think everybody likes Robbie, and I promised myself I wasn't get emotional. And honestly, there's still hope. There's always hope. I'm a firm believer in the higher power. I'm a firm believer in other things. And Robbie's been a walking miracle for 68 years. He really has. So anything is possible. So yesterday we went because he's got this this main line in his chest with now. The last time we were in the hospital, they changed it to a double lumen so that we can draw labs weekly, and the other line is for the infusion of the milnirone. Last week, we went to take blood, and no matter what the nurse did, she couldn't get blood from the line, so it clogged up, whatever happened. So we had to go yesterday, and we had to get that. Now, if there's a light at the end of the tunnel or a silver lining, I got a phone call while we were sitting there waiting from Duke Hospital. I don't know what that means, how positive that is, but they want to see him on Friday. So we are leaving tomorrow, and we are driving. It's about a 5-hour drive, give or take, depending on, traffic and such. We're going to leave after rush hour here. We're going to hope to get before rush hour there. We're just going to take our time and drive. Doctor's already warned them tonight when we spoke to him, get out of the car, walk for a little bit, just because of all the meds and everything that he's doing. And then the other thing is that his potassium, that was why the other reason the doctor called this potassium game is crazy. He was in dire, I forgot the word that they used, but he was in really 2.4 on his potassium today, which is not good. So he had to triple up on his potassium intake, and he's got to double up on it the next couple of days, and we'll do blood work when we get back. But these are all things that go hand in hand. Once something looks better, something else goes. He is down to 200 pounds. I'm getting scared because he's getting close to me. No, but that being said, he's being really good, and he's being really careful, and he has to watch his fluid intake. And I think the most disastrous thing that also has happened with all of this is he never had his foot surgery. So those of you who have been kind of following us and know the story, that we were waiting for January 3rd for the foot surgery to happen. It didn't happen. And that's a whole other ball game. And I don't even want to talk about it because it just gets me really angry. Because up until the night before, we thought we were going for foot surgery, and it just didn't happen because of other things. Excuse me 1 second. Let me just stop. I thought I put this on silent, and I didn't. But we're going to be hopeful that Duke is going to have some good news for us. Now, we do have another option. We had 3 hospitals to choose to send his records to: Duke, Vanderbilt, and I can't remember the third hospital. It's in California. I am not going to California. Robbie is not going to California. And I know that sounds terrible. It's about his life, but it's just too far away for us. I mean, even Vanderbilt, that's Nashville. I mean, even Vanderbilt is a serious road trip for us. Vanderbilt used to lead the world in heart transplants, and Duke just moved up. So as of last year, they were top on the list. I don't know how many. They haven't given the stats out for 2024. We might find out when we go on Friday. But I would rather him be in North Carolina as opposed to Nashville, as opposed to California. So that being said, that's kind of where we're at right now. We'll see what Duke has to say. We'll see if it's even a case that they're going to take. Now, this also might involve a multi-organ transfer. I don't know you. I do know you have, though, a lot and thought as much. So sorry, my dear. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. You know, and everybody says to me, how are you so calm? How are you so composed? Trust me, I've had my moments. I definitely have had my moments. There's no words at this point that, you know, we're just gonna roll with it. I mean, it's just God has a plan, and whatever that plan is, we're gonna follow that path. So that's where we stand with that right now. Also, I just want to say prayers and shout out to anybody in California, anybody in harm's way with those fires. Ironically, that was part of my 2024 wrap up, thinking those were the worst wildfires ever. Come to find out now they've been going through some of the worst wildfires ever. And it's really sad. Sad to hear, too, that some of these have been purposely started. Sad to hear that a lot of homes have been destroyed, and it's going to cost the state billions and billions and billions of dollars. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to politicize it. We'll just say prayers to everyone who's lost their home. Still praying for the people up in North Carolina that are still living in disaster areas and still trying to cope. And we actually got snow, and they did too. Brian and Mason and Nicole were here again. They came last week. One of the reasons I didn't go live last week is they came in on last Sunday morning, and then my brother came in on Tuesday. So we had everyone here, except of course Jess and Emmett and OB, just because, you know, not everybody could all come at the same time, but they're talking about coming back in March, but we'll see what happens. Because yesterday when I spoke to Chris, OB, I'll call him OB, even though he's Christopher to me. That's his legal name now. OB's like, we want to try to work it out with Brian and Nicole to come with them next time. And, you know, we kind of told the boys that, you know, we can't come back to New York right now, and you might just want to spend the year getting to say goodbye to your father. Again, I don't want to get emotional. Promised myself I wasn't going to do that, but you know, in case this, you know, doesn't work out and you know, things go south, no pun intended there either. So that's where we stand there. Dad's doing great, for those of you wondering. He's really in best things, and Tommy was here also to help get his train room started. So we have started the train room. I'll see. I think I probably should have put a post out on that. And I'm going to ask you guys to comment in the chat about a couple of things, because I know some of you are lurking and a lot of people aren't making comments. So we're going to talk about a couple of other things. If anybody is subscribed to Team T Academy, I am going to start, when we come back next week, releasing a video a day on my daily motivations. I'm going to catch up with the year and then continue to go on and just release shorts over there. That's my plan. I'm not going to do any lives over there. It's all going to be shorts and maybe some recorded video from time to time if I decide to have a guest or something on that channel. On this channel, I'm trying to release more video just because I need the watch time. And I also, you know, truth be told, I'm not really doing a lot of content and it doesn't work out well for your channel when you don't do content. And, I could potentially get, I won't say demonetized. It's not like I'm being punished because I did something bad. It's just I'm not doing enough work towards it. So anytime anybody wants to watch my videos and put them on, a loop and listen to them or put them on in the background, there's always a lot of myths behind YouTube videos. Somebody used to say that if you mute them, you don't get credit for them. So just lower the volume, or don't mute them on YouTube, but mute them on your computer or on your phone because they can't pick up on that. I don't know how true any of that is. I really don't know. Super chats, super stickers, what's the other thing? Thanks. I have all of that set up. Buy me a coffee, all that stuff. Anything is always greatly appreciated. I know a lot of you are struggling like we are, and I don't expect it, but if anybody wants to just watch my videos, that's always can help for sure. I'm going to see if I think I took a picture. I don't remember if I did on this phone or did Brian do it on his. I think I did it on this phone. I'm pretty sure I did. Of the start of the train room. Oh yes, here it is. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it because of the green screen. All right, I will probably just throw it up there in a short or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, we've gotten it started, and Dad's in his glory. And we are going to be leaving, Dad, tomorrow morning, overnight tomorrow and overnight Friday as we go to Durham, North Carolina. It's not that far, but we do need to spend all day Friday there. So we didn't want to take a chance and leave early Friday morning and not make our first appointment. And certainly we would have to leave at the wee hours of the morning. And then we don't know how long we'll get stuck there. And then traffic, I don't know what to expect. So for this first time, could be our last, I don't know. But at least for this time, we decided to stay this round. And I may even pop up with a quick short or video or something even while I'm there, just kind of filling you guys in if I can. Robbie's very proud. It's not that he's upset. He knows you guys all know what's going on. He knows that we're only an intimate little group here of so many. Now, the other thing, and these are some things I'm going to put out there, and I probably should have put a thing. I could do that on my community page, is put a little poll out there about the coming year. Now, I did get some requests to continue the listing challenge nights. And guys, let me know. I want to know how many people are in, because I don't want to just do it if nobody's going to keep the forms and show up and do all of that. So if you guys are watching this even later on, or you're in the chat now and you want to leave a comment, just say yes, listing challenge Thursday nights at 8, or whatever you want to. If you have a preference of, I can't accommodate everybody's day and time, but maybe it would give me a better idea of what's a good, night to make that work. Maybe we don't even do it but twice a month instead of once a week. I don't know. We could figure that out. But, you guys kind of tell me I've missed the weekly listing nights. Okay, Gayleen. All right. Yes, you're not the only one. Hi, Swamp, sweetheart. How are you? Happy New Year. So, Glenn, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. You can answer it here in the chat, or you certainly can leave a comment. Guys, always leave comments after the video, too. That helps with the algorithm. I lost another dozen. I don't know. I was all the way up to like 5,500, 5,600. I'm already down to 5,100. Before you know it, I'll be under 5,000 with subscribers, which is fine. I know I don't do auctions anymore, and we're kind of changing. The way we work the channel. I'm just trying to, find a niche that's going to work for all of us. Hi, Duke is massive. I had an eye surgery and lots of treatments, all twice the amount of time to find and check in that what you are planning. I believe it, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Adam, I forget it. Is that anywhere near your neck of the woods? We should maybe jump on by one of your stores while we're there. Oh, I owe you a record anyway. I should bring you a freaking case on my way. Maybe not this time, but we'll see what happens because we don't know and that's the other problem too. If we are a candidate, or if Robbie is a candidate, we're going to live at Duke for the next year or two. So that's the other thing. So, who knows what that, I'm not even going to think about that right now. We're going to just take one step at a time. Yes, Durham is next door. All right, Adam, I'm going to keep that in mind. I don't know that we'll make it there tomorrow or Friday, but we'll see what happens for the next visit. Anyway, and Adam, I know I didn't send you out your package. I'm so sorry. I owe you one. I know I owe you one, and I apologize for that. Gayleen, I think I sent you yours, right? And who else? Do I owe anybody else? I owe Robin. No, did I send Robin? I might have sent Robin. All right, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I know you guys understand. So here's the other thing I was thinking of, and you guys tell me, because honestly, I don't know who of you are channel members and who of you are not channel members, but I considered maybe doing something with just channel members, like the listing challenge, but I know some of you are dead set against some of that stuff. And listen, I get it one way or another. All this cold weather is going to hurt us that live in the South on shipping. I know. Listen, I'll talk about something else because I can't stand UPS. I don't know those of you who use UPS, but I am so done with UPS. I mean, just because they have caused me such heartache over the last 20 years in shipping. So the people who bought the van, they came from Michigan. If you didn't watch my video, that's where the truck is. It went to Michigan. It is sold. And, if you guys haven't listened, again, I don't know what recorded videos I actually put out there and what ones I didn't, or how much I talked about that. But we had to sell the truck because Robbie was against the ice cream truck in the very beginning. But at the end, he wanted to keep it and I wanted to sell it. And I'll tell you why. We didn't incorporate the business. We kept it as a DBA. Delights for You was just Teresa A. Bookstaver, DBA, Delights for You. Because we didn't know how that was going to go. And first year out, it was like My Great Find for You. When I first started that, DBA, right? Not anything, but not an LLC, not a C Corp, not an S Corp, right? You start these things because sometimes when you jump into that, you jump into fees, you jump into crazy stuff. So the honest problem with the ice cream truck is Robbie. And he doesn't, he didn't understand that, even though the doctors gave him permission to drive. I don't want him driving that ice cream truck because you know what? God forbid, the first kitty hit, the first accident, the first fender bender, even if it wasn't his fault, all he has to do is step out of that truck with that IV around his neck, and they'll find some attorney that said, well, our doctors said you shouldn't have been driving. And goodbye, 308 Oyster Bay Drive, Summerville. Goodbye, cars. Goodbye, assets. Not that I have any, but any of that stuff, I can't take that chance. I couldn't take that chance. I'm not happy with any of the shippers. I know, Adam. I get it. But I'm going to tell you, UPS has been the worst by far for me. So these people drove off with the truck to Michigan, and we honestly all forgot the plate. Now, he owns a dealership. He bought his dealer plates, but before he left, we forgot. We got talking. We just shooting the breeze. We went in the house. We wrote up a contract to sale. I got paid, the whole thing, and they left, and we said goodbye, and we forgot the plate. So they went home with the plate. He went home. It even took me 2 or 3 days because they picked it up. I'm trying to remember what the date was. They came after Christmas, maybe a few days after Christmas, but before New Year's. I can't even remember now what exactly the date was. But long and short of it was, I don't have my plate still. So they shipped it back UPS. He sent me the tracking. It was supposed to be delivered 2 days ago. 2 days ago? 3 days ago. I don't remember what the date was. The 13th or something like that. Whatever. I don't know. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Yeah, Monday. I think it was supposed to be here on Monday. So then it doesn't come Monday. I go in and look, and it said delayed, scheduled for yesterday. Didn't come yesterday. I go in there now, and I'll tell you exactly what it says. I mean, this is so ridiculous. It says the delivery date will be provided as soon as possible. We're sorry, this package has experienced a sortation delay. The package that got cut off. Correct, and will be rerouted to the correct destination. Hi, Junebug, honey. Are you in the garage? It's better than the piano. No, I'm not in the garage. It's a green screen, Glenn. I left that piano or some variation thereof back on Long Island. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so I still don't have the plate back, which means I can't cancel the insurance because I have to take the plate back to motor vehicle and have that surrender thing to get my insurance canceled. The insurance is killing me. A day, whatever it is, it's like a crazy amount of money because it's like almost $500 a month for that insurance. So I want to get my payment back for whatever I can salvage for the rest of the month, and it's not working out. And I shouldn't even say month because it's due like the 26th. So that means I paid it December 26th, and it's ticking right now. So I'm not getting a lot of money back now on that, unfortunately, and not even having the van almost for the whole month of January, including I paid to have it sit there. And the more I think about it, they probably came after. Actually, they did come in January now that I think about it, because they came the 4th or the 5th. Because they were coming. Oh, they actually came the same day Brian and Nicole came, which is the 6th. See, I can't get any of my dates correct. Did UPS sort of lose your parcel, right, Adam? So I'm going to knock on wood when I say this. Let's see. I think that's wood. Oh, that definitely. Oh, that I don't know if that's wood either. But that being said, USPS has actually been better over the last 20 years to me than UPS. If you guys don't remember, I don't know if I talked about it when I had all the artwork and I sold a beautiful clown art piece to Christopher Chatworth for like $650. It was worth more than that. Christopher knew it too. It was kind of like an original Bozo lithograph, whatever it was, and UPS drove over it. Literally, Christopher showed me the tire tracks, smashed to smithereens. There was a couple of other things with UPS. I can't remember off. Yes, definitely lost packages. I literally in 20 years have put in 2, maybe 3 claims with the United States Post Office in the 20 plus years I've been shipping on eBay. UPS, I've put in more than that and haven't even gotten paid on some of them in the past 2 years or 4 years, or we'll go back to when Donna and I started auctioning 6 years ago, right? So I can't use UPS. Yep, smashed glass, the whole thing, Adam. Ridiculous. Literally, it looks like they drove over it. I can't. It's so crazy. So at the end of the day, I know there's been a couple that, I have just given money back to people, and, it just wasn't worth me filing a claim for because it was a $30 piece or something like that, or it didn't have insurance or whatever. But it's just ridiculous. I just can't. So UPS is not my go-to. Unfortunately, they are the cheapest when it comes to like artwork and stuff like that. But I don't ship artwork anymore. I think I have a couple of pieces left on my YouTube channel. And either they can be rolled, or they can be really flat, or they don't have glass, or I've got to insure them for thousands of dollars. I sold the Picasso, by the way. I actually brought it to the hospital over Christmas. I sold it locally. Not anything near what I was hoping to get for it, but I needed the money and I sold it. So it's gone. I still have the Renoir. I still have what is this one? The iCart. I still have a few pieces. I still have the Sluggers one, and the Dusseldorfs. York, South Carolina, looking for a house. You are? Yay! I'm in the closet, Junebug. But anyway, Anyway, I gave you a wrap up of Rob. I gave you a wrap up of the van. And again, I'm going to ask you guys to let me know if you want to do any. Gayleen commented about, yes, she wants to do the listing night still. I know that who reached out to me. Where is Jenny? Jenny can't even say she's watching football because I don't even think there's football on tonight. No, what's tonight? Tonight's Wednesday. It's not even Thursday. I thought it was Thursday, but I figured I didn't want to go live tomorrow night because I'll be in a hotel room. Although it probably would have been a better background than this green screen. Yes, so I have to have trees and land, so no one sees me. All right, I have to look up where York is, but that's awesome. Awesome. All right, good. Now you're going to make me look it up, Rich, because I don't know where York is. I don't know where it is. From me, anyway. York, South Carolina. Oh, it's about 3 hours from me, but that's all right. But it's straight up. Oh, it's by Rock Hill. Oh, it's it's not South Carolina. It's North Carolina, or is it right over the border? Oh, it must be right over the border because it's in line with Charlotte, it looks like, and straight up. We used to go through Rock Hill to go. That looks like that's right over the border. Is the Renoir close? Yeah, it's right here, but you're not going to be able to see it because I got the green screen up and I don't think I can show it on the screen. I can take the green screen down if I have to. Yeah, I don't know if you're not going to be able to see it. So it's got a COA. It's Lave et la, or you know what? I'll just take the green screen down because you guys know I'm in the closet anyway. Let me see if I can change the backgrounds. Okay, I'm in the closet. There I am. All right, so here's the Renoir. Here it is. It might be listed on my eBay. I don't remember if I put this one back up or not. I don't honestly remember. COA is on the back. It did have all the corners protected and everything. This frame is in really nice shape. This is a very expensive frame too, including has the gold plate on the bottom that does say Pierre Auguste Renoir 1841 to 1919. And if you want to check it out, it might still be on my eBay store, but Adam, of course, I would never charge you anything like that it's listed for. I don't even know what I have it listed for. These are the Dusseldorf ones. If anybody's interested in these, take a look at these on my eBay store too. I have 3 of them. I have 3 different prices. And the reason I have 3 different prices is based on the numbers of the signings and the condition. Some of them have a little worse condition than others, so that's why I have changed. Isn't it? No, it's a litho. I believe it's a litho. It's not an oil painting. It's a or a heliograph. Let's see. It's a limited edition of 375 on Vellon d'Arches. So that is signed in the plate by the artist, and it's an original heliograph, something like that. La Fenation, Fenaison. So that's that one. Oh, and then this one here. Which one is this? This is the I was lost the Renoir. Hold on, let me fix that. This one is Pierre Bonnard, and this one is an original engraving on Vellon d'Arches paper also, and this is with a COA registration number, yada yada yada. It was I think this came from, it's a certificate from Global Fine Arts. They actually had this in some notable museums, including the Art Institute of Chicago, the Dallas Museum of Art, the Fine Arts Museum of San Francisco. So this moved around a lot, but this still does have all the corners and everything. And again, you guys can look on my eBay store, My Great Find for You. I have some up. I don't remember what I still have up and don't have up. I'm going to try to list these maybe a little closer to home on a Facebook Marketplace or something, because it's so hard to ship some of these. And you know, I'm just getting annoyed with shipping and, you know, what these carriers, number one, are charging, what these carriers are doing to some of this stuff. You know, it's not even for the fact that they're running them over or losing them or destroying them, but you lose forget the money, you lose the what's the word I'm looking for? It's lost art forever. You guys know how I am about books. I was devastated with some of these California fires. I was watching I forget the actor now who lost his home in the fire, and he had the nerve to say the antique and collectible books that he had, including some rare books from the 1600s. And I was like, why wouldn't you have them in a fireproof safe or I mean, he might have had them insured, but at this point, yes, it was Mel Gibson. At the end of the day, how could you, like, I don't know. I guess I could say the same thing. Like, would I run in this closet and grab all this artwork if we were to have a fire here? It depends. I mean, how lackadaisical were people not to take any belongings with them? I get it. You're out to save your life. But, I mean, I'd grab one 1600 book on my way out. I got a book here. It's coming with me on my way out. I don't know. Just the way I am. I don't know. I guess I'm being selfish in a way. But we'll never get that back. Like, that publication is gone forever, ever. There's not another one around, probably. I don't know. Just saying. But I'll get off my high horse now. Anyway, so that's the couple of things. If anybody's interested in doing anything about either of those three things, so we talked about having the listings, and you like the idea of members, Adam. I was only saying that because I feel like we could even do like a little panel thing or something like that with just a few of us that want to do that. If you guys even, we're talking 99 cents a month, it's not to be a member. It's not like it's a big deal. Or what I thought about too is I could do something like a private thing where I could just send everyone who's participating the link, and we can all just join the link, and that would just keep it, just intimate between a bunch of us. That's a possibility. My nephew was evacuated from LA, packed his high dollar guitars and had to evacuate. Right. And again, I don't know if it's just that they didn't get enough notification or they took it not serious, because unfortunately, sometimes it's about the boy who cried wolf. And there's so many of these fires, and the Santa Ana winds are coming, and maybe people panic sometimes, like, predicting a snowstorm. We just don't know, or a hurricane, right? We just don't know which direction it's going to go or pass or whatever. And maybe people just don't get prepared as they should. I know with hurricanes, some people are stubborn and don't want to leave their home, and that causes more issues than them leaving, because I lived that with Superstorm Sandy, and those people, they were left high and dry, no pun intended, because they were on their roof and they couldn't get help because the fire department was otherwise engaged. So that was a little selfish on some people's parts as well by not evacuating and doing those things. So there's a couple of, there's two sides to every coin, which way is the right way to go. But anyway, let's just get back to that. So let's talk about the listings. Let's talk about Q&A. Let's talk about the fact that I want to know if you even care about me updating you on like my life and Robbie and what's going on. Like, and I won't be insulted by any way you say, which way you want to go. The other thing was, I was seriously considering, and you guys tell me if this is way off base, of just never doing a live again and just doing recorded video. I don't know. I was also thinking about having some training videos. Has anybody seen my new Shopify store about, doing some Shopify? I actually have another Shopify store that's going to come. I don't want to have to be in that situation, right, Adam? No, we never want to make those decisions, right? Because we don't know. Adam, would you go get your rare records if they told you to evacuate? I don't know. I mean, maybe a 1 of 100 pressing signs by your favorite artist. Would you save it? I don't know. I can't honestly say on some of that, would I do it or wouldn't I? Hi, KK, honey. Happy New Year, sweetheart. I don't know. So that was some thoughts I was thinking about doing, just some training videos on some of that. I'll get none. Maybe my cure test pressing. Oh. Somebody put out on Facebook yesterday from one of the groups that I'm in back home on Long Island. You grew up on Long Island, and they posted, I should have taken a picture of it. I probably could find it if I wanted to. And it was a ticket list from, I think it was 1986 for the Jones Beach Theater, or maybe it wasn't the Jones Beach Theater. I don't know in 1986. No, maybe the theater wasn't there yet. I don't remember. It might have been the Nassau Coliseum. I can't remember now. But the ticket prices and who paid. And the one concert that I know I went to that was on there was Echo and the Bunnymen, The Cure, and somebody else. And I can't remember who it was. But I was like, oh my God, $18.50 for the concert. And probably back then it was a fortune to go. And I was a single mother at the time, so I'm sure I scraped every penny I could together to go. But yeah, I have to go back and find that. It was pretty funny. But all the tickets, Earth, Wind, and Fire, every concert they showed on there was $18.50. But anyway, for what it's worth, I prefer the live ones over the recorded. Okay. Iron Crane! Iron Crane, are you safe? Are you safe? I know you're out there in California. I just don't know where. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well, sweetheart. I love us hanging out and talking with T. Tickets now, I pay over. I know, KK. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy for concerts? Oh my God. It is. It really is. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can't even tell you the last time I went to a concert. Probably back on Long Island at the Jones. Oh, probably Tori Amos at the Jones Beach Theater. Yeah, fires are down south for the moment, at least. Thank you for asking. Okay. All right. Okay. As long as you're safe, you know, I do have some friends in California, and I never know what's going on sometimes unless I'm reaching out, but I'm glad you're safe, honey. All right. You know, again, June, I did send June a message earlier. But again, I just wanted to come on here, to be honest with you, and just kind of give you guys an update. What are you guys up to? Like, tell me what your plan is for the new year. Let me know if you guys have any ideas that you want me to incorporate in the channel. Don't tell me auctions. Hi, Ryan. Great new house. Yeah, okay, Ryan. I wish. No, it's a green screen, but I mean, I do have a nice new house. I do live in a nice new house. We're in Summerville, South Carolina now. We left Little River, but good to see you. I hope you're well. Happy New Year. KJ, you, mister, are in trouble. Whatever you do, don't do any auctions. You know what, Adam, to be honest with you, I can't embrace Whatnot. I'm trying. If I do any auctions at all, it will be here on the channel. But it won't be until I get through all of this Robbie stuff and I figure out some other aspects of the house, because I'm not anywhere near where I even can do what I did. Now I sold the van, whether it be the van for storage units or a van for ice cream. I have no way to move anything if I decide to go back to buying storage units again. But at the end of the day, for right now, my idea is just to liquidate what I have, be it eBay, Facebook Marketplace. And I was going to offer you guys, if anybody's interested in doing any kind of, you know, mystery box, sports box, record box, you know, something like that. If you guys want to, you know, do something like that, if you need inventory, I certainly can do stuff like that. I think I counted the other day. I don't remember. I think I have over 1,500 pieces of clothes. I would wholesale a deal out if anybody wants to do, you know, at least 100 pieces. Shipped for like 300. Most of them are new with tags. There's some sports shirts in there. I mean, we're not talking jerseys. Like, I'm not throwing the signed Cal Ripken jersey in for that. But what about cooking videos? So Rob we had a cooking video channel. And if you weren't here, Iron Crane, I'll apologize to everybody else really fast. You know, Rob has heart failure, and he's in end stage heart failure right now. So we're working out his health. He needs a heart transplant. MUSC, which is where we live here by Charleston, evaluated him, and unfortunately they declined him for heart transplant. So we're going to Duke on Friday. Duke's agreed to check his case out. So we're going there on Friday. I don't know if they're going to take his case or not. But Rob and I have talked about doing some more cooking videos, and potentially we could. Now we're back to a kitchen that we can work in. It's better than the last one in Little River. And I do have some cooking videos up on the channel here and on Meet Robin T, our old YouTube channel. And I think the link is in the description below. I think I might even have that channel. I'm not sure if I have that channel linked, but I'll get it done. Thank you, Iron Crane. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. So it's just been a little challenging. 2024 was definitely a challenging year. We're looking forward to 2025, turning it around. My buddy ADHD created yes, I love ADHD Dave. And yes, I know he's growing crazy. And I said to Rob, see, if we would have stuck with the cooking videos, so you guys can always go over to the Meet Robin T channel and check out some of the cooking videos. We did do other videos over there. So if you guys don't really like what we're talking about, I'm sorry. We did a lot of no nonsense. Rob really is a straight shooter, and he talks from his New York kind of no nonsense stuff. So sorry. He gets very nasty and political in some of those videos. So the ones that aren't the cooking videos. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. So we'll see what happens, because he is a chef by trade. And we did own a place on Long Island many, many moons ago. So we'll see what happens. I just ask everybody, say some prayers. We do have some hope now. One of the other reasons, my kids have been coming and we've had some, visiting going on here is because truly he may only have a year. And, if that happens, we have to deal with that. And, one day at a time. I'm not going to go there right now. We're going to hope for the best. We're going to see what Duke is going to say on Friday. And if we have to go to Vanderbilt after that, that might be the next stop. So, that's why my life's going to be a little crazy with that too. So we want to do things that are going to be simple right now, right? Just simple stuff, things that I don't have to go crazy about. Like if you guys want some inventory and you say, T, I want this, this, and this, and I pack a box for you and I send it out. It's better than spending 3 hours here on an auction and 10 people buying and trying to print labels and ship to everybody. This way it kind of definitely puts a simpler thing to me. I put together a trash to cash meetup for him last year. Yes, I remember. Ryan. KK says news. Yes, that was some news. I don't know if you watched the beginning, KK. You can always go back and check it out. I just, I kind of gave an update on where Rob's at this point. And unless you're asking me to do news, I did do an end of the year like I did last year of kind of just a snippet of things that went on in 2024. And again, as you guys know, thank you. I had my bingo today. Okay, KK. I know KK's always doing bingo. If you guys like to play bingo, go over and see KK, Music 55. She does bingo a couple of times a week on her channel. I don't think I have the patience for bingo. I pop in there and say hi, but I can't stay and play bingo. I just don't have the patience. My husband could sit here and play a bingo card on a scratch off for 3 hours. I can't be bothered. I don't have any patience for that or those cash words or anything like that. Like I'll buy him 2 cash words and a bingo for like Christmas or his birthday. And he'll milk those for a week. It's like crazy. I'm like, just scratch the code and see if you won. But anyway, so we're going to be leaving in the morning. We're going to take our time driving to Duke. We're going to spend the night. We start early Friday morning into late Friday afternoon. We're going to be meeting with a bunch of the team, getting some evaluations, and maybe Saturday I'll do coffee and kind of fill you guys in. No, maybe not, because we'll probably be driving back Saturday morning. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hate to make promises. Oh, KK, I'm Shuri. Oh, Ryan, I'll be happy to send you a little box of some stuff. Oh, thank you, Ryan. If not, I'd be happy to send you something. I'd be more than happy to send you a little reseller box. I'll have to, I know there's a couple of you out there, and I'm bad at keeping track sometimes. But if I do owe you some T-Bucks, I'm so sorry, KK. I'm so sorry, honey. Prayers, prayers, prayers. Prayers for each day of getting good news. Anyway, but that's where we stand right now, and we'll continue to do some new stuff on the channel. I'm gonna, again, if you guys want the motivational stuff, I'm gonna do those shorts over on Team T Academy. When I get back, I'm gonna record a bunch of January's videos of every day that I send those motivational emails out, and catch everybody up if that's something that you're interested in. Oh, what did you guys think of my voiceovers that I did on some of them? All right, Glenn, honey, have a great day. What did you guys think of any of those voiceovers? Did you not like them? I kind of have mixed feelings on them. I did the ending 2024 one with what was supposed to be, what's his name? Oh my God, why did his name completely go out of my head? It was supposed to be his voice. I don't know how true it is that it was his voice, but I thought I would try it. I thought it was something different. And we lost him this year. He was a great voice, right? I just don't know how close his voice really was. That's all that AI stuff that's going on. But it was easy because all I had to do was type, and then it spoke the words, so I didn't have to do a bunch of re-recordings of anything or anything like that. But yes, KJ, please feel better. And if anybody wants to reach out with me, to me, you guys don't forget, all my new information is in the description below. I think I have my new phone number down there. I always forget if it's in there. Text me, call me, I don't care. Don't share it with any trolls. There's only 12 of us here. I don't think we're going to have too many trolls. 14, whatever. But anyway, I am gonna plan on coming back on live probably this time next week, whether it be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, one day during the week. Next week, I'm trying to think what's going on next week. I think next week I have more dad appointments than I have Robbie appointments right now, but they're daytime, so I think we're good for anything. But those of you who need to reach out to me, KJ, look forward to hearing from you. And for those of you that just want to reach out, always can do that. Marvel stuff. Message me. I'm happy to buy. Consider. Oh, thank you, Ryan. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Marvel. Maybe some comics hanging out, but nothing that's gonna like blow you over for sure. But again, I'm gonna get back into doing some sourcing and stuff after I get through all this Rob stuff and we know where we stand. Like maybe come springtime. Garage sale season and springtime stuff, starts here a lot earlier, probably March sometime. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do some videos even with that. I have a GoPro that my husband bought me for Christmas one year that I think I've worn twice. Maybe. I don't even know. So I should probably go around with the GoPro on. I don't even do that. I don't even know how to work it. I got to figure all that stuff out. I asked for one and I never really paid attention to it. But that being said, guys, thank you for all the love and support. Truly, I appreciate it. Ryan, thank you. That's very kind and generous of you. Again, the only other thing I can ask any of you is when you can is to play my videos, listen to my videos, play the shorts, play it on a loop, play any of those things just to get me the watch time, just to get me the views. Like I said, I'm going to try to turn the channel. Yes, Ryan, we are. Donna and I are still good. The only thing is we just don't do auctions together. She's completely madly in love with Whatnot, and I'm not. I created a monster. I kind of suggested for her to try it out there, and she never looked back, which is okay. You know what, Ryan? It's fine. You know what? Life changes. Things change. She's doing great. The girls are great. Ricky and her are great, which, you know, for a while there, they were touch and go. I'm so happy. He's involved 100% in the business now. She's buying constantly. She's really embraced her reselling business. And I've kind of gotten away from it. I mean, truth be told, I'm an eBay girl from 1999, right? I've always done eBay. It was always my thing. I liked my sourcing. I liked my storage units. I just like doing simple stuff where I could just flip on eBay. Then, you know, then the auctions came to fruition. And I won't say I got forced because I never want to make it sound like that, but like the reselling on the auctions, I just kind of evolved in. I was supposed to be the host of the selling people, and then I became part of the sellers. And I don't have a passion for it like Donna has a passion for it. She loves it. Brian loves it. Brian wants to give up his eBay. You know, if you guys follow Brian, Mr. Buys a Lot, you know, another great friend of mine lives here in South Carolina and would rather take all of his merchandise and give it away for $3 a pop and do it on Whatnot than to sell it on eBay. I get it. Listen, Adam's here. Adam likes eBay more probably today than he did, but he still sells on Whatnot. And there's some people... T, I'm hiding in shame in my shower as I watch this. Okay. But, you know, again, Donna and I don't speak every day like we used to. And that's just because our lives have gone in like a little bit of direction. But no, if there's any rumors out there that there's something wrong with our relationships or anything like that, no, truth be told is, you know, she's gone on to be a big Whatnot reseller, and I've kind of stuck to the eBay thing. You know, I did my Black Friday auction this year for those of you that joined. Wasn't as successful as prior years, but I didn't expect it to be because, number one, 2024 was a horrible reselling year for everybody, regardless of what platform. Yeah. It is, Ryan, 100%. I don't like to go on Whatnot because that's my problem. I start buying. If I go into Donna's or I go into Pat D's or I go into Brian's or, you know, any of the guys, like, forget it. I start buying. It's bad. It's bad. And I can't afford to buy right now. I just can't. I've got to sell what I have. And I only probably have maybe $3,000 or $4,000 worth of merchandise, not worth, pieces of merchandise, probably $50,000 or $60,000 worth of stuff if I was to add retail value up at least, right? Maybe more. I don't even know at this point. But I just want to sell what I have right now. I'm starting to purge some of my eBay stuff. I'm getting rid of some of the older stuff. Whether it's donate, throw it up in lots. You got to let go of this stuff when it's just not selling. And that's where I'm at right now. I just delisted a bunch of stuff. I'm revamping both eBay stores for Rob and I. I'm selling some stuff on consignment for a neighbor. It's signed football helmets, signs, baseballs, and some jerseys like this Cal Ripken Jr. Hall of Fame jersey I have here. If you guys see anything in either of our eBay stores, they're both listed below, and you want some amazing prices on any of it, just reach out to me. Do not buy them without first reaching out. I will cut you major deal on any of that stuff, especially if you want to bundle any of it. The only thing I can't do too much is on his stuff because he wants a certain dollar amount out of it. T, can you send me a list of things you have? I will find people to buy. All right, KK, I could certainly send you photos and all kinds of stuff that I have. Especially you know, if anybody is in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, I've got sports shirts from, you know, brand new with tags and NFL, no, MLB stuff that was sold at like PNC Ballpark, Pittsburgh, Penguins, like all of that stuff. There's hockey jerseys. There's all kinds of stuff that never been worn. I have boxes and boxes of that stuff. If anybody is interested, I'd cut you a great deal on that stuff. I delisted my Macari store and relisting it all one thing at a time. Me too, Gayleen. I took it all down from my I was going to say list perfectly, my flip, and I'm relisting all of that. As you guys know, I left Poshmark this past year. I'm done with Poshmark. They can go, you know what. So I'm basically just doing eBay and Macari, which is fine. And I'm doing Facebook Marketplace. So that's why I say, if you guys see anything, you want to do bundle deals or any of that. I've done several Marvel card breaks on Whatnot. Crazy good money, 2K per stream profit, 4-hour breaks. I wish I could do the breaks. I saw some great cards that I could have picked up. You know, when you're new and that's not your forte, you know, it's kind of like Donna, right? She's kind of gotten into the jewelry clothing thing, even though she does branch off into other things like Barbies and toys and other stuff on Whatnot. I don't know if she started doing card breaks. She may give stuff away the first few shows. And I don't know about the investment that she'd have to make to even make the breaks worth your while. I know Pat Dees has tried some, but I don't know. I kept eBay. A lot of it wasn't linked in Macari, and I was creating a nightmare. That's what I feel too, Gayleen. That's why I decided to do what I did with some of the listings as well. So we'll see. I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But all right, so you guys know, and KK, I will send you pictures and listings and stuff like that. Ryan, thank you again. And if there's anything you guys see on my eBay stores, please, 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 if any of you can put my videos on loop or just play them in the background when you're listing or something, greatly appreciated. I will come back next week. We will go back to maybe doing a listing. I am your best buyers, not a seller. I know that. Lots of money to buy the cases of cards, though. 5K per case. Also take 2 to 3 months to receive. Okay. All right. Awesome. I'm glad I might pick your brain at some point. We'll see. I don't know. My Shopify is actually, that's the other thing I'm really concentrating on this year. If anybody's interested in Shopify, I'm starting to see a bit of a, I won't say profit, because when I tell you I've sunk basically the last of my money into it, but will the listing sheet return? Yes, Adam. So that's why I'm trying to get an idea of who wants to be really serious and continue for the next year. I will do it, and I will do it for only the people who really want to be serious about doing it. I will, 100%. I know June's interested. I know Jenny is interested. I know Gayleen's interested, and now I have you that's interested. So if anybody else is interested, we will continue the listing challenge a month, even if it's not a big, like, we'll have to figure out what's really going to make us all motivated, because I feel like I can't always be the one motivating you guys. That's why I felt like if we had like a little intimate group in the background where everyone can talk, I need a challenge versus a log. All right. So we have to figure that out, Adam. That's why I said we need to have like a little chit chat or have something to figure what all that's going to be, how we're going to do that. So next week for sure. Again, I just wanted to come on here because I've been missing you guys. And I know you're probably wondering, hey, is she ever coming back live? I haven't been on in a few weeks. And that was just all because of the holidays and my children and my brother and everybody being here and all these, Rob being in the hospital and this news with the, the transplant. It's been a little deflating, it's been a little sad. It's, oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So yes, we'll get back to that. I'd love to talk to some of you if anybody's interested in doing the Shopify thing. My great find for you Shopify store is advertising on Facebook and Instagram right now. We are potentially going to move also to TikTok, depending on what's going on with the platform, because we don't know, it might go away, or Elon or what's his name may buy it. We're not sure what's going to happen with that, so we'll find out that in the next few days. But I am about to open a second Shopify store, not with my creations, not with my designs. I am doing one product and one product only. And I did a lot of research on this product, and we could talk about this. If you guys have any interest, if anybody has any interest in Shopify, maybe I can also do some videos on Shopify and talk about how that looks and how you have to procure that and how much work it takes. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of struggles. You gotta, anyway, I don't want to deflate anybody's bubble, but even though my anticipated, and again, it's all about numbers, probably my anticipated gross sales in the next coming months are going to be in the multi-thousands. I'm only going to probably make, when all is said and done, about 30% of that. And then after that, I got to take out all my costs. We want to see you play the piano in the background. Hey, I used to have that exact piano in my house on Long Island, and I sold it before we left. So it's a player piano that we bought in Costco. My husband bought it for one of my birthdays. I don't remember when, but many, many moons ago. And that was the other thing that I really wanted to put together for you guys. There was a couple of other things, and this is why I have to do some sort of polling for you guys. I really was going to talk about the challenges that I have lived my entire life with, the thousands of businesses that we ran, the multi six-figure incomes that I've made and lost, the businesses that bloomed and blossomed and the ones that crashed and burned, more so crashed and burned, and all of those things over my lifetime. I've really thought about doing a lot of that as well. And then I also thought about, what about something like, because that was what Team T was going to be all about. And I was going to talk more about some of that stuff. Plus, I was in the mortgage business for 33 years. I even thought about hey, educating some of you guys who may be thinking about buying a house, or what's the best way to do this, and talk about building credit or not building credit, things that, we don't talk about on a regular basis. So those were some things. And, there's some other things as well. But I don't like to talk about, there's some topics I love to talk about, but there's also some topics that I know are taboo and to stay away from, like religion and politics, even though I'd love to talk about both. I know that a lot of you, we don't all, and I never want to put that between anybody and, the channel and whatever. It is what it is. So, those are things that, these are things that we're either going to have lovers or haters about. And I thought about some of the other stuff that I do besides the reselling. and you guys can kind of chime in if there's something else. I was going to do a lot of that murder mystery stuff. I actually still have my first guest standing by to interview. If you guys, still want me to stick with some of that, I did a lot of that Craig Herverman stuff and the serial killers, and I have that that's still on the back burner as well. And I can reach back out to my my person who I was going to interview, whose family member was murdered by one of the infamous, almost all-time, made the top of the list serial killers. If you guys want me to still do something like that, I can do that as well. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you. Taking up enough of your time. I don't like to stay on this long when I'm just jib-jabbing. But I love you all. Thank you guys for coming in. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to reach out if you want. I'll see if while I'm gone the next couple of days and have a few moments, I'll put some polls up. So take a look on my community page on the polls. Thanks for stopping in. Ryan, Iron Crate, good to see you guys. Anne-Marie, take care. KK, Adam, Gayleen, June, I'll talk to you tomorrow. But anybody else who I'm missing, thank you guys for coming in. Brenda or Dora, if you guys are still hanging in the back. Lucinda, Richard, let me know if that's definitely a positive that you're coming here. Let me know, because we can figure that out as well, and I can help you. Have a great evening, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. KJ, call me. Love you. Bye.